It's Woods. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
3rd and 3.
Henderson will try and run for the first. The ball's out, falling in midfield. That's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
Elliott on first down, going to get this back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Now Dalton.
The Rams,
They almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
Third down.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards.
25 yards.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Draw play, Elliott. There's a nice move. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 15-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Despite only needing one, Dalton to throw. Now he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Another big play there by Aaron Donald, the NFL's Defensive Player of the Year in 2017 and 18. We know he can rush the passer. He's also dominant in the run game. The quickness for a man his size often defeats the offensive lineman trying to block him.
And he is out of bounds here. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Dalton sets up play action. Pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Samson Abuka with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Cowboys trot out Greg Zuerlein. That's from 25 yards out. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Greg Zuerlein, the kickoff for Dallas.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Jordan Lewis right there in the coverage.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To go.
Goff on third down. They got him in. It's Woods. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Goff to Woods as the Rams move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Goff's thrown into the hands of Henderson. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys.
Touchdown, Dallas.
And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. On the return, it's Simba Webster. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Jared Goff and the Rams headed back onto the field. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's falling off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So he's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Cowboys.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. A first down carry by Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Well, partner, Marvin, our number 1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught.
Pass complete to Blake Bell.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Dalton operating in the red zone now. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
10. Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. On the return comes Webster. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Webster on the return. The Rams take over 1st and 10. At their own
set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
2nd and 5. At the 45-yard line.
Now they set up the screen. That's good play. And now the ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it for a defensive touchdown.
Dallas.
And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy?
And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by Dallas.
And I don't know that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Today's final
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.